what have any or all of you seen around the way we should organize around the new social platforms tools? I mean, at last count, I think there were over 1,000, social media platforms, tools, et cetera. So, Jeanette.
Yeah, that's been a big focus for us, because how do we collaborate amongst all of the groups across Cisco? With 75,000 employees, we want to make sure we can rally the troops and get people organized. One of the things we've done is have very few select boards and councils that have brought that together. So, for example, we deployed a communication and collaboration board internally that was led by our head of IT and our head of corporate communications, and really strong partnerships with IT and marketing as well. And so one person from each functional group was on that board. So there are about 30 members. So it'd be head of manufacturing and finance. They all had a seat at the table to say, what are these new tools? How is it impacting my employees? How can I be more efficient and more productive? So that's helped driven when we saw Yammer usage internally. We ended up acquiring a company called Jabber, which is incorporated in our social software suite now. So really having everyone have a seat at the table, even if you are in a different group, to say, how is Yammer affecting the way we work? How do employees want to engage with each other? So that has really helped drive that accountability into each organization.
Simon, how about in engineering? I mean, that's so important to what you all are doing, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, when we started the Yammer activity, we were really expecting that people out in the field would be kind of posting comments about, I just went to see this customer, or I just saw this thing. And actually what we've seen is a greater adoption amongst our engineers. We don't have 75,000 employees or anything like it. We're only a modest 2,000, but they're still spread around the world. I have a team here in San Jose, I have a team in Bangalore, and that is the worst time zone difference to work across. So people are, and as a result of that, you see a lot of inefficiency. And I think this is common across all organizations. There is wheel reinvention going on right now across ARM, across Cisco, across all organizations. And I think there's a lot of scope for these tools to prevent that. People don't know who to go and ask about a problem they might be facing, but they're pretty sure it's already been solved before somewhere in our company. And I think there's a lot of scope for getting some further efficiencies by using these tools and just sharing people's experience, providing forums that they can discuss issues, and just learning from each other. Now, I'd say we're on the very early stages of that. Yammer has been very popular, but it's been quite unstructured. We put it out there, people have started using it, and we've seen some interesting results so far. And I think what we're doing right now is looking at, okay, how do we put some structure behind this? Driving some cross-functional teams, looking at these problems and working out how to do it in a slightly more ordered way. But early stages for us right now.
Michael, have you seen any best practices emerging?
Well, I don't know if they're best practices yet. This is probably to copy a phrase, a set of next practices that are coming. I mean, let me pick up on the thread that Simon mentioned, which I think is pretty interesting. As we looked at it, oftentimes, as we looked at organizations that were adopting social media, oftentimes the senior leaders of the company didn't know ahead of time, or their hypothesis ahead of time about where it would be most used actually wasn't correct. And so we do have the fact that it is a bit of a bottoms-up technology often means that it is difficult to know where the greatest value is going to come, and organizing around it might not be easy to do ahead of time. I don't know if you've found a similar type of thing, but it does require support from senior management that this is important, this is going to be valuable, but you often don't know where the value is going to come from.